a nation of laws and that we can act accordingly. And that's why I'm introducing comprehensive immigration reform within the first 100 days with a path to citizenship.
Thank you, Secretary Clinton. I want to follow up.
I think I should respond to that. First of all, I had a very good meeting with the President of Mexico, very nice man. We will be doing very much better with Mexico on trade deals, believe me. The NAFTA deal signed by her husband is one of the worst deals ever made of any kind, signed by anybody. It's a disaster. Hillary Clinton wanted the wall. Hillary Clinton fought for the wall.
She did?
In 2006, or thereabouts. Now, she never gets anything done, so naturally the wall wasn't built. But Hillary Clinton wanted the wall.
Well, let me.
We are a country of laws.
No, wait. I'd like to hear from. I'd like to hear from Secretary Clinton.
You did call for
I voted for border security. There are some limited
just
places where that was appropriate. There also was necessarily going to be new technology and how best to deploy that. It is clear when you look at what Donald has been proposing. He started his campaign bashing immigrants, calling Mexican immigrants rapists. And
there will be no
he said we got to send criminals to come in back that are criminals, which is admitted.
He should do.
Mexico gives you a visa, lady.
What I am also arguing
God, I'm sick of this, man.
Bringing undocumented immigrants out from the shadows, putting them into the formal economy will be good because the employers can't exploit them. And
the Democrats always want to keep illegals under control.
He used undocumented labor to build the Trump Tower. He underpaid undocumented workers, and when they complained, he basically said what a lot of employers do. You complain, I'll get you deported. I want to get everybody out of the shadows, get the economy, and not let employers exploit undocumented
dirty pig worked for Paul Alinsky.
Millions of people out. Nobody knows about it. Nobody talks about it. But under Obama, millions of people have been moved out of this country. They've been deported. She doesn't want to say that, but that's what's happened. And that's what's happened bigly.
By the way, breaking news on InfoWars.com. Danny Williams attempted to meet Bill Clinton today at the debate. Was unable to. CNN had him kicked out of the hotel. Let's go back.
And you can become a citizen. But it's very unfair. We have millions of people that did it the right way.
I gotta get out when they say 6 days.
Speed up the process bigly because it's very inefficient. But they're online and they're waiting to become citizens. Very unfair that somebody.
That's what he said a year and a half ago. You gotta go through it. We'll make it easier.
Open borders. You would have a disaster on trade, and you will have a disaster with your open borders. What you doesn't say is that President Obama has deported millions and millions of people just the way.
Secretary Clinton,
we will not have open borders.
Well,
that is a
we already have them.
We will have secure borders, but we will also have reform. And this used to be a bipartisan issue. Ronald Reagan was the last president to sign immigration reform, and George W. Bush supported it as well.
Secretary Clinton, I want to clear up your position on this issue because in a speech you gave to a Brazilian bank for which you were paid $225,000, we've learned from the WikiLeaks that you said this, and I want to quote, "My dream is a hemispheric common market with open trade and open borders." So that's the question. That's the question. Please quiet, everybody. Is that your dream, open borders?
Well, if you went on to read the rest of the sentence, I was talking about energy. You know, we trade more energy than we trade with the rest of the world combined. And I do want us to have an electric grid, an energy system that crosses borders. I think that would be a great benefit. But you are very clearly quoting from WikiLeaks, and what's really important about WikiLeaks is that the Russian government has engaged in espionage against Americans.
Total lie.
They have hacked American websites, American accounts of private people, of institutions. Then they have given that information to WikiLeaks for the purpose of putting it on the internet. This has come from the highest levels of the Russian government, clearly from Putin himself, in an effort.
So all your crimes are okay.
They're all
confirmed to influence our election. So I actually think the most important question of this meeting is finally will Donald Trump admit and condemn that the Russians are doing this and make it clear that he will not have the help of Putin in this election, that he rejects Russian espionage against Americans, which he actually encouraged in the past. Those are the questions we need answered. We've never had anything like this happen in any of our elections before.
That was a great pivot off the fact that she wants open borders. Okay? How did we get up to Putin?
Hold on. Wait. Hold on, folks. Because this is going to end up getting out of control. Let's try to keep it quiet for the candidates and for the American people.
From heading to finish on the borders,
yes.
She wants open borders. People are going to pour into our country. People are going to come in from Syria. She wants 550% more people than Barack Obama.
Right.
He has thousands of people that have no idea where they come from. And you see, we are going to stop radical Islamic terrorism in this country. She won't even mention the words, and neither will President Obama. So I just want to tell you, she wants open borders. Now we can talk about Putin. I don't know Putin. He said nice things about me. If we got along well, that would be good. If Russia and the United States got along well and went after ISIS, that would be good. He has no respect for her. He has no respect for our president. And I'll tell you what, we're in very serious trouble because we have a country with tremendous numbers of nuclear warheads, 1,800, by the way, where they expanded and we didn't. 1,800 nuclear warheads. And she's playing chicken. Look, from everything I see, has no respect for this person.
That's right.
Well, that's because he'd rather have a puppet as president.
No puppet.
No, because you're a dangerous piece of filth that funds Islam.
You won't admit that the Russians have engaged in cyber attacks against the United States of America.
Oh, BS.
That you encourage.
You're the foreign minister, lady. You're the enemy.
People that you are willing to spout the Putin line.
Spout the Putin line. We got your emails. You work with the Chinese, lady.
And that you continue to get help from him because he has a very clear favorite in this race. So I think that this is such an unprecedented situation. We've never had a foreign government trying to interfere.
No, you said Soros and the globalists and foreign banks.
17 intelligence agencies, civilian and military, who have all concluded that these espionage attacks, come from the highest levels of the Kremlin, and they are designed to influence our election. I find that deeply disturbing.
China, or anybody.
I am not quoting myself. I am quoting 17 intelligence. Do you doubt 17 military agencies? The military and civilian intelligence professionals who are sworn to protect us.
She doesn't like Putin because Putin has outsmarted her at every step of the way. Excuse me. Putin has outsmarted her. He's outsmarted her every step of the way.
I do get to ask the question, and I would like to ask you this direct question. The top national security officials of this country do believe that Russia has been behind these hacks.
And Clapper said the NSA is a spy.
If you don't know for sure whether they are, do you condemn any interference by Russia?
By Russia or anybody else.
You condemn their interference?
Of course I condemn. Of course I can. I don't know Putin. I have no idea. I never met Putin. This is not my best friend. But if the United States got along with Russia, wouldn't be so bad. Let me tell you, Putin has outsmarted